You know, we all dream of winning the lottery, right? But have you ever thought about picking your numbers the same way a master chef creates a world-class recipe? Well, today, we're cracking open the cookbook on the PowerAI Engine, which uses a pretty amazing data-driven approach to cook up lottery picks. Let's get into it.
We have all been there. You're staring at that ticket. Do you pick birthdays, maybe an anniversary, or do you just give up, close your eyes, and let the machine do it for you? Yeah, most of the time it feels like a total shot in the dark, just pure random chance. But what if it didn't have to be?
What if you could shift from just guessing to making a choice that's actually backed by statistics? So on one side, you've got your standard random quick pick. Think of that like a chef just grabbing random ingredients, tossing them in a pot, and, hoping for the best. Every ingredient has the exact same chance of being picked. But on the other side, you have a data-driven pick. Now this is our chef using a carefully tested recipe where some ingredients get chosen more deliberately because, well, historical data says they just work better. It's all about weighted probability.
So, how exactly does our data chef pull this off? Well, it all begins with step one, the prep. Right? Before any cooking starts, a good chef knows every single ingredient inside and out. And in our case, the ingredients are the lottery numbers, and every single one is about to get a score. Okay, so what is in this secret recipe? A numbers score isn't just pulled out of thin air. It's this really sophisticated blend of 6 different factors. Think of it like a flavor profile. The biggest chunk, 30%, is based on its frequency. Then 25% is its recency, and so on. It's this specific blend that turns random guessing into a data-informed system. Let's break that recipe down a little more. First up, frequency. That's your classic, crowd-pleasing ingredient, the number that has shown up the most over time. Then you've got recency. That's all about what's fresh, what's in season right now. Numbers that popped up recently get a little boost. Overdue pressure, that's like that rare spice you haven't used in a while. The longer it sits on the shelf, the more statistical pressure there is for it to make a comeback. Pair and triple co-occurrence are all about flavor pairings. Some numbers just seem to taste great together. They show up in the same drawings often. And finally, sum balance. This just makes sure the whole dish is well balanced, keeping the total sum of the numbers in a common historical range. All right, our chef has prepped all the ingredients. Now we get to the really cool part, the tasting. A great chef doesn't just make a dish once and call it a day. No way! They test, they tweak, and they run countless variations to find that absolute perfect combination. And the scale of this tasting is, well, it's huge. The PowerAI Engine runs 1,000 separate independent simulations. That's our data chef tasting 1,000 different recipes, all built from the scores of our ingredients, just to see which combinations are the most promising.
This whole technique is called a Monte Carlo simulation, and it is seriously smart. See, the engine doesn't just pick the top 5 highest scoring numbers, because that would just give you the same ticket every single time. Instead, it explores thousands of different combos. It respects the scores, but it adds in some controlled randomness. It's literally tasting the entire flavor landscape to find hidden gems. And this is absolutely crucial. The tasting process perfectly mimics the real lottery rules. It uses something called sampling without replacement. So a ball gets selected based on its score, and then bam, it's taken out of the pool for that specific ticket. Then the process repeats until 5 unique balls are picked. This makes sure every single ticket it simulates could actually happen in a real drawing. Okay, so our ingredients are prepped, and 1,000 different recipes have been taste tested. That brings us to the grand finale, step 3, the plating. This is all about presentation, making sure the final menu of picks that you see offers some real variety and covers a lot of ground. Now at this point, you might be thinking something, a really logical question. If all these simulations are based on the same high-scoring numbers, won't they just spit out a bunch of tickets that look almost exactly the same? Like tons of tickets that share 4 out of the 5 numbers?
And yep, the engine has a really clever answer for that. It's called an overlap rejection filter. Go back to our chef. Imagine they're creating a 5-course tasting menu. They would never serve 5 dishes that all feature chicken, right? It's the same idea. If the engine generates a ticket that's way too similar to one it's already selected, it just gets rejected, and the engine moves on to the next best thing. This guarantees that your final menu of recommendations is nice and diverse.
So, we've seen the whole process, the prep, the tasting, and the plating. So we have to ask, what's the secret sauce here? What really makes this whole data chef thing different from pretty much every other lottery tool you've probably seen out there?
But let's put it side by side. Most tools out there just show you hot numbers. That's only one factor, basically frequency. PowerAI is juggling 6 different factors.
Most tools are just pure random chance. This engine is using a weighted Monte Carlo method. And this is a big one. A lot of those other tools are a complete black box. You have no idea why they pick what they pick. This engine is totally transparent. You can see the score for every single ball, so you actually get the why behind the recommendations.
All right, now for the most important point of this entire explainer. Well, let's be crystal clear. No matter how smart or sophisticated a model is, it absolutely cannot predict a truly random event. The lottery is random by design. So what this tool provides is statistically informed entertainment. It's a really fascinating way to play with historical patterns, but it is not and can never be a guarantee that you're going to win.
And that leaves us with a pretty cool final thought to chew on. As we start applying data science and AI to, well, everything in our lives, are we fundamentally changing the nature of games of chance? Are we slowly moving away from an era of just pure luck and into a new one of statistically informed play? It's a fascinating question about where technology and randomness collide.